What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new season of The Real Housewives of Potomac, you guys. This is season number 9. This is episode number 1, and this episode was titled A Crash Course in Deflection, you guys. So before we go ahead and get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and discuss The Real Housewives of Potomac, you guys. Shall we? All right, you guys. So I will say, for me, with Potomac, it's on a trial run right now, so I don't know that I'm gonna stick with it long term, but we shall see. We definitely shall see, right? Also, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 formats, right? So I'm gonna do the pre-recorded, and then I'm also gonna have a live as well. So the live is scheduled currently right now for 1 p.m., but I may change that to 4 p.m. Central Time. So East Coast, that would be 5 p.m. West Coast, that is 1 p.m. your time, right? So, no, 4 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. East Coast, and then so it'll be 2 hours on the West Coast. So yeah, check that out. Now, this season premiere of The Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't want to say it was, well, it was a little lackluster for me personally. It was a little lackluster, but yeah, tell me what you guys thought about it down in the comment section, you guys. But the episode, it opened up with this crazy reenactment of Karen and the night that she crashed her car, right, and got the DUI. Why in the hell did the producers have to put that damn deer hopping across the road? I was like, okay, we've been a little extra this season already. But okay, cool. So we will talk about Karen. So since we're talking about Karen, let's go ahead and just knock her out the way, right? So Karen, I think this is going to be my problem with Karen this season. It's so interesting, the difference between Karen and between Shannon, right? If you guys watch The Real Housewives of OC, then you guys have shown this season Shannon has talked about her DUI, and Shannon has been remorseful for what she did, right? Whereas with Karen, we all know how Karen is, right? Karen lies, then when you ask her questions, she doesn't want to answer, she deflects, and that shit annoys me to no avail, right? Because you gotta, here's my thing with Karen, and I get it. It's an ongoing legal thing. It's an ongoing legal case, right? So she can't speak about the particulars of it, and I get that. And I'm not saying speak about what happened, but take some ownership and be like, take some ownership, take some accountability, and then don't make excuses about why you did what you did, because that's the problem that I'm having with Karen. It's not even the fact that she don't even want to answer questions. It's the fact that you deflect, and then after you deflect, you don't want to take accountability for what you did, and you want to make excuses, right? So we see Karen in this episode. So she's at her friend Vivian's store, right? And this is where we're introduced to the newest housewife, Stacey, right? Who comes to us from QVC. I think they said that Stacey was living in Philadelphia, so now she's moved back down to Potomac, right? When I kept looking at Stacey in this episode, I'm like, Stacey reminds me of somebody from reality TV, and it finally clicked on me who she kind of not favors, but she reminds me of in her appearance, right? How she looks, right? Because she's stacked up top, right? But ain't got nothing back here, and I was like, oh. I'm not saying she looks like this woman. I'm saying she puts me in the mind of her. She puts me in the mind of Arena from Love and Marriage DC. Child, is that show even coming back? Not that I really cared, but Jesus, never mind. So, they talked about this invitation that Gizelle made. So Gizelle is having a party for Karen's 61st birthday, right? And you guys remember, Potomac, when they initially started, season 1, they had Karen's birthday, right? And remember, Karen was so in her feelings that Giselle sat in the birthday girl seat, right? And Karen brought that up. I was like, Karen, that happened at this point. At that point in filming, that was because they started filming Real Housewives of Potomac in 2015, I believe. Because we got it January of 2016. So that was 2015. So that has been, at this point, 9 years ago, Karen. Why are you still holding on to something from 9 years ago? Because next year will be 10 years. Can you guys believe that we about to have, that Potomac is, I remember when Real Housewives of Potomac season 1 premiered. I hated this show because of the fact that they kept talking about etiquette and class. It was horrible. It was terrible, from the etiquette and the class to Karen and that wig that was sitting all the way back here, to Giselle and that monstrosity that she used to wear, Charisse and that monstrosity she used to wear. And at that time, it's so interesting because when Potomac originally started, the people that I did like was Robin and Giselle, and now I don't see it for either one of them, right? Neither here nor there, right? So they're trying on dresses, right? Well, it's more so Stacey. Now, can y'all tell me if y'all clocked this or not? So this red dress that Stacey had on, did anybody notice that Stacey may have been wearing that same dress in her interview with the producers, in her, or quote unquote, confessional? Because I kept looking at that. I was like, is Stacey wearing the same dress? So Karen is talking to her friend Vivian about Stacey, and she was like, you notice her ring finger, right? It's missing a diamond. So Stacey has been married to her, well, soon to be ex-husband for 16 years, right? They share a daughter who's 8 years old. But Stacey's storyline is going to be an interesting one because she has a boyfriend, right? We'll see. We'll get more into Stacey as the season goes on. Very curious to know how this happened, right? How she, getting a divorce and now she got a boyfriend. Girl, you don't think you're moving a little too fast like Mia? I'm just saying. Because I definitely think Mia moving too fast with ink, but that's got nothing to do with me. That is Mia's life, and we're going to let Mia live it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next person, you guys. This is going to be my face anytime I talk about this woman. Hey Arnold Stewie, a.k.a. Ashley Darby. She's back with the same storyline. Why? Bravo. When y'all fired Robin, y'all should have kicked Ashley to the curb too. Because Ashley has no fucking storyline. So we see Ashley, I guess she's going to talk to her attorney, right? So Ashley says that she's ready to move forward with her divorce from Michael. I said, I don't care who tell it. Ashley, you have been on this journey of quote unquote getting a divorce from Michael since season... It's been 3 seasons at least, right? Because we're on season 9. So season 8, you were talking about it. Season 7, you were talking about. I think it's been since season 6. It has been, because we ain't saw Michael at all since Robin and Juan got engaged. That was the last time we saw Michael. Y'all just think about that. We have not saw Michael since Robin and Juan's engagement party. And that was season 5 that was filmed in 2019. The season premiered in 2020. Ashley, girl, take that lie and peddle it to somebody else who cares and who gives a damn, because I honestly don't, right? So then we see Ashley out on some dates. I was like, this is bullshit. She's not getting a divorce. She can't afford to get a divorce. Ashley, you told us that. So the attorney's talking about they need to go to mediation, right? Ashley's not getting a goddamn thing from Michael. Like, he put you in this house that you can't afford on your own volition and like you cannot afford this goddamn house. Oh God, Ash is not gonna work my nerves. Ash is really not gonna work my nerves because this is a lie, Ashley. This is a lie. This is a lie. You cannot afford to leave Michael. Michael ain't gonna give you nothing. Michael gives me he's a creepy old petty ass white man. But hey, Ashley says she wants to move forward with divorce. Ashley says that when it comes to the kids, she wants the kids in their home. Girl, a home that you can't afford. Okay. But didn't you make some side comments about Candace, right? Being the least accomplished. You always made the jokes about you been in Dorothy's home, but you're in Michael's home. How about that, Ashley? Moving on. Next up, you guys, we have Wendy. Wendy, what is your storyline this season? Please don't say that because I thought this was your storyline. Well, no, it wasn't her storyline last season. She brought it up at the reunion, I think. I don't remember the reunion, to be honest with you guys. But so Wendy has brought some of her things home from school, right? So this season, well, she ain't mentioned a new business. So I'm like, that's a good thing, right? As much as I like Wendy, I do get sick of her every season coming with a new business, right? Here's the thing. I ain't knocking anybody who's trying to trying to diversify their portfolio and make sure that they have something cooking because this show ain't gonna last forever, right, for them. And when I say it's not gonna last forever, it could get canceled or their contract can end, right? So you always want to find something else, right? You always want to have backup in case something else, falls to the wayside. So I get it, right? Wendy had the candles. Wendy wrote her book. Wendy is doing her YouTube, her Dr. Wendy show, which, no shade, I didn't watch it, but congratulations to her. I know she completed her first season. Now I don't know when her second season is coming, but she completed her first season. So Wendy is going to be resigning from her position over at Johns Hopkins, right? And here's what I will say for Wendy, right? If it's not fulfilling you anymore, then you definitely don't want to stay somewhere where you're just going through the motions every day when you get into work. So she sent the email to the dean and to whoever else she needed to send it to, and so that's really truly it when it comes to Wendy. That's it for Wendy's story. Not story, but that's it for what we got in this episode with Wendy. But here's the thing I will say. This was just an introduction episode, so I didn't really 100% expect just ta-da, wow me now kind of stuff. I didn't expect that. So I'm not I'm not at all, I'm not, the first episode, it was okay. It was like, all right, cool. It was cool. I ain't had no issues with the first episode. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Who are we talking about next? Mia. Mia. Yikes, Mia, girl. Mia. So, when it comes to Mia, what do I want to say? It's not that I have anything negative to say about Mia. Mia, your storyline is messy as hell. Let's just be real about that. And it's more so messy, I think, for your kids. I think that's where Giselle and Karen will come from later in the episode. But I also call Cap and BS with those two. Because here's the thing with Mia. We all also, number one on the bucket list with Mia. This blonde. Girl, no. Especially that interview look with her with the black on, where she got the blonde, it's not even, it's like a short blonde and it's flipped. But the roots are black. It's really the fact that it is just platinum blonde, and they flip, and them down here, the hair flips. It's like, no ma'am, no ma'am, Mia, girl, no, no girl, no. Return it to sender, right? So we see Mia and Gordon, they're out with the kids. Now here's where Mia lost me in this episode, because I could have swore at the reunion Mia said that she knows, because they went through IUI to have Jeremiah, that Gordon is his father. But then in this episode, Mia is sitting here saying that Ink wants a DNA test because he still thinks that Jeremiah is his. And she says there is a possibility. Gordon, how is there a possibility that, because if you did IUI, that means they implanted that embryo inside of you, right? Now, I don't know nothing about IUI. I do know about IVF, but IUI, I don't know too much about. But they implanted it in you so that they watch you and monitor you to make sure that the egg, the embryo, actually, when they put it in there, they make sure that it's, it implants itself. No, God, Mia, girl, this storyline is hella messy. It's hella messy. Now, granted, here's the thing: if there is even a 5% chance that Gordon is not that young man, the little boy's father, and Ink is, he does deserve to know who his father is. But this is messy, because here's the thing: what if y'all do a DNA test, and like you said, like Mia said, her son will be able to see this at some point. Your son gonna be able to see this at some point and think, my mom and my dad are messy as hell, and it's just going, hell no. I wouldn't. This is giving Love and Hip Hop. Like, I really can't with this, right? Then y'all are really confusing these kids. I guarantee you, y'all are confusing the shit out these kids, right? Because Mia is still dating Ink. I'm pretty sure if Ink is coming over to her house, but Gordon also lives in the same building. Girl, what the hell? Gordon does feel like Mia moved too fast, right? Because he felt like Mia didn't give their marriage a chance. Gordon, let me tell you a little secret. Let me tell you a loud secret. Mia didn't want to save that marriage. Mia did what Mia wanted to do, and that was go through with the separation so that way she can get her divorce, so that way she can go back to Ink. Mia, I hope it works out for you. I hope it works out for you, because this God, I hate to say this like this, but girl, God ain't blessing that mess, because that is a lot of mess. That is a lot of mess. It's a lot of mess. It's a lot of mess. It's a lot of mess. But let me know what you guys think about that, because I was just like, huh? But it's just really when it comes to her son, I don't like. I said it last season, and I'll say it again this season. I don't like this this direction that they're going. This is messy, even for Mia. Even for messy lion Mia, this is a lot. This is a lot. But you know what, girl? You know what? If that is like, if that's what you want to do, Mia, girl, go for it. Oh, Mia, this is not the one nor the two. So, next up, let's talk about Gizelle. Now, it is interesting to see Gizelle without her good girlfriend, Robin. It is so interesting to see that. Let's see. So we see Gizelle. As Gizelle is going over to Karen's place, right? Now, what I will say something nice and positive about Gizelle, right? It ain't gonna be about them fashions. It damn sure ain't gonna be about them fashions. She is out of that ugly ass Fiat. What was that thing? What was that thing that she used to drive? Whatever that car was that she used to drive, she's out of that in a G-Wagon. She's been out of that ugly ass car. That neither here nor there. But what I will say nice about Gizelle is I like the way Gizelle handled Karen's DUI as opposed to the way that Tamra on OC handled Shannon's DUI. With Tamra has been on the attack when it comes to Shannon. With Giselle took the opposite approach, and she actually showed, from what I can see, it seems like genuine concern about Karen. Now, was she a little bit shady towards Karen? Yes, but that's Giselle. We know her to be a shady heifer, right? So I'm not upset with her. But I do like the fact that she went and picked up Karen. You know, she asked Karen, if we drive by the site where you had the accident, would that be triggering for you? Karen said no, but she did ask Giselle not to drive by there, and they didn't drive by there, right? So they went to this little diner to have breakfast, right? So Giselle and Karen are talking, and like I said, Giselle, she honestly seemed genuinely concerned about Karen, and I respect that. Never thought I would say that about Giselle, but hey. So Karen, this is like I said earlier, and this is like Ashley's storyline, Mia's storyline, and even Karen. Those could be three things that, if they really irritate me enough, I may just drop Potomac, right? So Karen, again, like I said earlier, when we were talking about Karen's individual scene, I understand that this is an ongoing legal battle, right? And I understand that you can't talk about it, and that's fine. And I'm not going to sit here and say, Karen, give us the details, give us the tea, tell us everything that happened, right? But what you should do is say, you know what? I can't speak on it right now because it's a legal matter, and we want the courts to, do their thing, right? But, I feel remorse about what happened, right? Like, I got arrested. Like, I have a DUI, I have a DWI. I was driving with, your car had expired. I think your car had expired registration. You didn't have, it was a lot of stuff with Karen's. It was a lot of charges that Karen got charged with. There are so many things that you can speak to. You can speak to you being irresponsible about certain things. You can speak to you being irresponsible by drinking and driving. You can speak to a lot of things, Karen. You don't have to say, you don't have to incriminate yourself, so to speak. Well, girl, hell, you technically, be honest with you, you incriminated yourself by hopping behind the wheel, and they arrested you. Now, I don't know if Karen did a breathalyzer or a field sobriety test, right? Because those things may help her. But you could say, but Karen, here's the thing. I remember Karen, at this time that this happened, she said that, when Mother's Day around the corner, which Mother's Day was not around the corner. Mother's Day was not around the corner when this happened, because this happened 2 months before Mother's Day. If I'm not mistaken, it was at least 2 months before Mother's Day that this happened. Because she said she went out with some friends, and you can just speak to how irresponsible you were. You can just, you could speak to so many things. You could go the Shannon route. You really could. And honestly, let's be real about the whole situation, Karen. But why didn't your attorney must be running the bill up? Because again, unless they, if they didn't do a field sobriety test or a breathalyzer, you may have, that may help you, but they are, at the worst, you were driving your car, expired registration, girl. It was a lot of things with that, like, take some kind of accountability. But then she deflects and says, she and Ray are having issues, this and this and that. I was like, here go Karen with the BS. I was irritated with Karen, right? So Giselle then told Karen that they're going to throw a birthday party for her. It's going to be a lunch, right? And I was like, okay, cool. So they did talk about Mia and the kids and how they're hoping that the kids are, wondering how the kids are and hope that they're good. Sure, I hope them kids are good too, especially Mia's son. Because like I said a few minutes ago, Mia girl. Why? Why was this show storyline? Never mind. So we get to Karen's party. Ashley, that wig you had on, horrendous, ugly, horrible. So at the party, we were introduced to the new friend of her name is Jazzy. I don't know if she's married or if that's her fiance. Oh, it said on the screen. I wasn't really paying attention. But her man plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now I do have a question. Why was Kay not at the party? Because we know that Kay is a full-time housewife this season. It is what it is, you guys. I'm just trying to get through this because at this point, yeah, I was a little bored with this episode, and I'm surprised that this review is almost 30 minutes, damn near approaching 30 minutes. So we see as Jacqueline is there. Now, if you guys haven't been watching any of the interviews, Jacqueline and Karen, well, more specifically, Karen ain't seen it for Jacqueline, right? Because Jacqueline said that Karen called her tipsy or drunk, right? I was like, what was the purpose in that? What was the purpose of that? I really have questions about what was the purpose of that, Jacqueline. Now, granted, I know Karen ain't answering no damn questions. That's one thing. But to do now, that is this case that she got, that could make it worse, right? And I'll give Karen that. I will give Karen that. The fact that you said that someone called you drunk, then that would make it seem like this woman is an alcoholic. And y'all know Sharice was saying that for a very long time, right? I'm surprised that they did not bring Sharice back. I am happy that they did not bring Sharice back, but I'm surprised. So Giselle allowed the women to question Karen only briefly, right? Once again, Karen, I like you. It's the lack of accountability for me with Karen, because Karen's like, I need to know who's in my corner, who's there for Karen Huger. I don't need a bunch of fake bitches around me. I was like, okay, Karen, girl, what? What? You don't need a bunch of fake bitches around you. But Karen, here's the thing. You can still be somebody's friend and still call them. You can be a friend to somebody and still tell slap your friend's hand. Like, you wrong friend. Like, you can still do those things, right? It's just all in how you attack it, right? If you do things the way Tamara Judge did it towards Shannon, then yeah, I would say, yeah, you might want to watch them fake heifers, right? But if you do it the way that Giselle did it, it actually seemed like genuine concern, right? So yeah, but she's worried about who's in her corner. Okay, Karen, I really don't care. I really don't care. But I did notice that when Jacqueline was talking, Jacqueline was singing a whole different tune. I was like, wait a minute, Jacqueline, you one of them fake heifers, right? Because you and Mia just a minute ago was talking about the fact that she was drunk when she called you. Because you said Karen called you. Mia said, oh yeah, when she was drunk. You said she was tipsy. So Jacqueline, I got my eye on you. But I've always had my eye on Jacqueline. I ain't never really saw for Jacqueline like that. But yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Whatever. So did I talk about Asher and them Uber cars? Now I will say it was shady, but it was kind of funny and it was kind of true. Like, girl, Karen, just take a damn Uber. So Giselle and Ashley, these two are talking about doing G&A fusion. I was like, girl, what the fuck are y'all fusing? Because that website ain't got, like Wendy said, that website, and I'm actually pulling up the website right now. The last time I looked at that website, it didn't have the clothes from their fashion show. It had like tank tops. T-shirts, socks, and all that kind of stuff. But it did not have any of the clothing from last season's fashion show. So y'all are doing a Sheba charade at this point. Y'all are doing a Sheba charade. And then them prices were ridiculous. And currently, it still says the same. This website has not been updated at all. This website has not been updated. So I don't know if y'all can see. Do y'all see y'all can't see it. Damn it. We're going to try to make it focus. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There we go. Do y'all see what that shit said up there at the top? Full line coming spring 2024. 2024 is almost over. We are in the fall of 2024. Girl, We are in the fall of 24. But y'all talking about GNA Fusion. Y'all talking about GNA Fusion. And then let's go look at the catalog. So they got a cap. So they have a cap, right? And the cap is $25, but the cap is sold out. They have a GNA hoodie, which is $42. $42 for a hoodie. Girl, y'all delusional. They got a pair of socks for $15. They got a skull cap. $45 for a skull cap. Girl, you out your rabbit ass mind. They got a tank top. Oh, the tank top says $0. And they got a t-shirt for $26. Let's see if we can buy this. This tank top says $0. Oh, they don't have it in my size. Pre-order. 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 Oh, hell no. Girl, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Hell to the no, no. This shit's so. I'm gonna show it to you guys. So it's can't make it. So you guys see this t-shirt, right? It says $0. Now it says choose options. You can choose to pre-order, right? So when you add it to your cart and check out, the damn shirt is $32, and it's just a tank top with GNA on it. Y'all have lost the last part of your minds. So what are y'all fusing? I'm legitimately asking a question, because we finna go down this. So you gonna fuse a tank top and a t-shirt, or you gonna fuse a hoodie and a skull cap, or are you gonna fuse a skull cap and a baseball cap? You can't fuse the socks with nothing. So what y'all fusing? What y'all fusing? What the fuck are y'all fusing? Not a damn thing, because that storyline, that is fake. That is fake as hell. That is fake as hell. Fake. Fake, fake. Fake, fake, fake. Fake, fake, fake. Fake. Y'all could have went to Alibaba and got something. Hell, at least with Sheree, she do got some clothes on. She do got some stuff on her website now. And it does say she by Sheree, but I still think this is some of that. It ain't none of that stuff that we saw in that fashion show with her either. And she is delusional too with these astronomical prices. Y'all are just, oh God, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. So then at the end of the episode, Karen and Giselle. Now granted, like I said a few minutes ago, when it comes to Mia, here's what I'll say when it comes to Mia, right? I think Mia is a great mother. I'm not going to take that away from her. I think Mia is a great mother. And I don't worry about her, because the way that Karen and Giselle were talking, it's like they were worried about her kid's safety. I'm not necessarily even worried about her kid's safety. I'm worried about her son's, because he's going to get older and he's going to see this stuff on the internet. He's going to see the fact that people talk about it on YouTube. He's going to watch this. He's going to see it on the show. And then also, Mia, God forbid, like, you make sure to your son from this stuff, right? And I hope you do, but you can't control what other people's kids do, right? Because other people's kids are not going to shelter their kids. So when your son, and I said this last season, and I'll say it again this season, it's like when your son is in school, you don't know what these little kids may Google and find, right? And they may see, oh, Miss Thornton. So they may Google Miss Thornton and they may find, ooh, Jeremiah, your mama was a hoe. And I'm not saying me as a hoe, right? I'm just saying how kids may talk, right? But they may say, ooh, Jeremiah, your mama was a hoe. Like, your mama don't know who your daddy is. And then your son comes home and asks you questions and you have to answer these questions. So I don't know if Mia necessarily thought this storyline through and flushed it out, because I don't get it, right? But like I said, when it comes to Karen and Giselle, Karen was deflecting from her own legal issues. That's all that was, right? That's all that was with Karen. That was deflection at its finest and a bunch of bullshit, right? But yeah, you guys, that was the first episode. Mia got up from that table crying. And I don't know if I saw any tears, but I did feel bad for Mia. I did feel bad for Mia. I really did. Now, Mia, one other question. So, why were you doing G's laundry? Why was G's laundry in your place? Girl, the storyline right here. Like I say, why was this your storyline, Mia? Because this sounds like y'all are in a throuple. Ugh, my God. Mia washing G's laundry and Ink is folding his laundry. Girl, what? I ain't touching nobody's laundry that I am not involved with in a sexual capacity. If we ain't involved with each other, I ain't touching it. I barely like doing my own. But I know damn well I ain't finna be doing nobody else's laundry that I ain't got no involvement with. And Mia, while I'm talking real quick, Mia, girl, Ink is not co-parenting with G. Ink ain't co-parenting with G. But okay, that's it, you guys. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, and until the next time, you guys, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.